Hello, welcome to this Joyful Living series, a platform where you find reflections and teachings based on Christian principles meant to motivate you to live joyfully your Christian faith in the day-to-day events. If you are new to this channel, check out my other videos covering many areas such as forgiveness, self-appreciation, generosity, being fruitful, prayer and work, and a lot of others. And to get constant updates, all you need to do is to hit the subscription button at the bottom right corner of this video. In this video, I want to show you the one thing that can motivate and guide you to face any challenge whatsoever in life. Challenges are part of our human experience. We face them every day in various ways. Once you are set for something, expect a challenge. Ben Sirach writes, "My child, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for trials." Challenges stand between us and the goal we are striving to achieve. And sometimes they can be terrifying. Our reactions and attitudes to challenges are influenced by the value we place on the goal we want to achieve. Such value determines our commitment to go all the way to achieve, defend, or stand for that goal we have set before us. It is said that if you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. One of the greatest problems people face in life is to think of a life without challenges. Yet, they dream of a life with lots of achievements. Both are simply incompatible. Even if you win a lottery, you will still face challenges on how to invest or even spend your money wisely. Otherwise, you will soon lose everything. Challenges can be terrifying for one who considers them as problems. The first thing, therefore, is to see challenges as opportunities, a kind of stepping stone. Then, you will gradually develop the positive energy to face them rather than being fearful and discouraged by them. Whatever your goal in life is, there will be challenges that arise to threaten your journey towards it. As a human being, the tendency to avoid challenges will arise. But sometimes the energy, time, and resources spent to avoid challenges might even be more than what is required to face and conquer them. Challenges can become problematic for a person that is not passionate about his or her goals and aspirations. Lukewarmness has a way of creating lack of interest in something. The less interested or passionate you are about your goals, the less determined you will be to face the challenges that arise. The solution to avoiding giving up in the face of challenges is to value your goals. When Jesus set his face to go to Jerusalem to face his sufferings, death, and resurrection, Luke chapter 9 verse 51 notes how determined he was about it. Matthew chapter 16 verse 23 recorded that when Peter took Jesus aside to persuade him against it, he brushed him aside and even addressed him as Satan to show how his thoughts at that point differed from the plan that Jesus was pursuing. Some people have been dissuaded from great projects by their rather pessimistic friends because they were not resolute and passionate enough about the projects. Challenge can also be a problem for someone that cannot see beyond the immediate situation. People that cannot plan on a long-term basis. The common attitude of men is to live in the present period, especially if it is enjoyable, without thinking about ways to provide for the future. When that unplanned future comes, the challenges become too much to bear. Planning helps us to spread the needed activities to achieve our desired goals in such a way that we can handle them one at a time. When families plan, it becomes easy to welcome their children and train them. When colleagues plan their work, it becomes fun to work together and easy to achieve much with less stress. The same goes with the life of faith. When we live daily for the Lord, we grow with every challenge and gradually become spiritually mature and perfect. Challenges can breed fear, making your goals look unrealizable. We know that fear has a way to cloud rational activities with its negative emotions. Setting the emotions aside to rationally analyze and compare the end products of taking the challenge on the one hand and not doing so on the other hand can be a helpful exercise, though it might require prior exercise in dealing with fears. Generally speaking, fear can be a real challenge, especially where a clear understanding of the goal is not yet established. That was part of the problem of Peter in rebuking Jesus. When Jesus spoke of his impending suffering, death, and resurrection, the idea of rising from the dead was strange to Peter and the rest. Unable to think beyond death, given the idea of the Messiah that was popular among the Jews, Peter could not but conceive the idea of Jesus suffering in the hands of the Jewish leaders and being put to a shameful death as a disaster. But that was not the case for Jesus, who focused on the resurrection as the actual goal to achieve. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 2 says of him, looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God. Missing out on the understanding of the resurrection made it difficult for Peter to place the suffering and death of Jesus in its proper perspective. Missing out on the real thing and its true value can be a catalyst for fear. We all face challenges of all sorts, but how we handle them differs based on several factors. People whose life is purpose-driven face challenges differently from those who simply live from day to day without any given goal or purpose in sight. That makes a lot of difference in the attitude both kinds of persons exhibit in the face of challenges that come along their way. I want to leave you with 5 simple but effective methods to handle challenges. First, be clear about your goals. To set new goals and take up challenges, One needs to be dissatisfied with the present situation, especially when it is not leading to optimal life possibilities. People maintain routines that add little or nothing to their lives. Is your faith journey stagnant or growing? Are you satisfied with the situation of your family or relationship? You may be the one God is calling to bring renewal that will enthrone divine life, love, peace, progress, and joy in your family, your work environment, or church community. You may be afraid of the status quo or how people will react to it, thereby letting the call for renewal die with you. No, take the challenge, and it will be appreciated later. Second, prioritize your goals. Value them and throw your heart into them. Jesus' journey to Jerusalem is a good example. Isaiah's prophecy about him says, "Because the sovereign Lord helps me, I will not be disgraced. Therefore, I have set my face like flint, and I know I will not be put to shame." Flint is a very hard type of sedimentary rock that was often used in ancient times to form tools. Setting one's face like flint is an indication that one is prepared to face opposition and strong adversity with the understanding that such is necessary to attaining one's goals. Jesus was unwavering with every step he took because there was never any thought of abandoning his projects. When you prioritize your goals, giving up will not be an option. Third, own your fears and domesticate them. You can imagine and analyze the worst scenario. Sometimes it is much less than the fear tries to paint it. We are humans. Humans can succeed or fail. It is part of life. It is better to try and fail, learn the lessons and grow than never to try as a result of fear. Peter is a good example. By accepting the invitation of Jesus to walk on water, he was taking a step against fears. Fourth, get prepared. Preparation is a veritable tool for change. Jesus spent 3 years preparing his disciples. Even Paul, having learned so much under Gamaliel before his conversion, and in spite of all the revelations he had upon his conversion, he had to spend about 3 years in Arabia as part of his preparation. Adequate preparation in whichever field in life equips you to face challenges with confidence and dexterity. Finally, taking the hand of God in all things is an indispensable means of facing challenges. Paul writes in Romans chapter 8, verse 37, "In all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loves us." With God, all things are possible. Challenges are not entirely negative in themselves. They give us experiences, make us learn new things, develop new creativity, and help us become wiser and stronger. They shape us, making us get focused on the most important goals we are pursuing, reminding us that we are humans with limitations and weaknesses, and therefore need to be humble and dependent on God. Depending on the challenges we face and how we navigate our way through them We build resilience, learn from our struggles, and sometimes learn the important lesson in working with others. And when we have faced challenges and conquered, like Jesus rising from the dead, the sense of achievement we experience is very rewarding. Jesus' resolute move to Jerusalem brought us salvation and changed the world. Make a step of faith today, in spite of whatever challenges you envisage. The result in due time will be rewarding. May God strengthen and guide you to navigate through the challenges that separate you from your life's important goals. Thanks for watching.